Now, have you ever had someone say that they got pregnant while on birth control? Yes, it happens. Today we talk about how and why contraception fails. My name is Purity Musianzuki and this is the Purity Afya Show. Welcome to the program, and on this episode we are joined by Dr. Stephen Mutiso, a seasoned gynecologist. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we go straight to this question. Why? Do I say why? Or is why so tough, but does contraception really fail?
Yes, it's true. Contraception fail.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can fail, though it's not often. Yeah, but there are many factors into this. Some of the factors include the method one is using. For example, modern methods, they carry a less failure rate compared to traditional methods. The ones, traditional methods like withdrawal or periodic abstinence, they have a higher failure rate compared to modern methods. And then even in the modern methods, especially the long-term, are reversible methods like the unplanned, the coil. They even carry a less failure rate compared to others like, say, condoms. Yeah, so we have factors related to the type of the method one is using, and then factors related to the method itself. Some contraceptive methods are very effective, like for example, the permanent methods, vasectomy, bilateral tubal ligation, what we call BTL. They are very effective methods. But having said that, there's still a caution that it can still fail, but this is rare. It's something which can happen. Yeah. Then the other issue about failure is sometimes the usage. Yeah, one has to be consistent in the use of contraceptives, especially methods like the pills. Yeah, one needs to take these pills at the same time, almost the same time every day. So if there is skipping, one skips for a day or two or for a period of time, then there is a chance that the method can fail. So proper use is important. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And apart from the usage, you mentioned that depending on the type. So for example, we've talked about, we know they are hormonal and non-hormonal. So maybe categorizing them that way, which one would you say? Because you say there's modern and traditional, okay? But now for women who are using modern, in the modern category, are there those that you would say they have less failure rate while others have higher failure rate?
In terms of failure rate, when you look at hormonal and non-hormonal, the failure rate is almost the same. Okay. Yeah, you'll find that if you have, for example, 100 users, the percentage which may fail is less than 1%. Yeah. So generally those are very good methods. The hormonal, the long-term hormonal methods, like the unplanned, they are very good for contraception. Yeah. And also the non-hormonal, like the coil, the IUCD. Yeah. They are quite effective. Yes. Yeah.
So what happens when someone gets pregnant while on a birth control method? What do they do next?
When someone gets pregnant when they have a birth control method, they should not be worried. For example, if they're on hormonal methods, most of these hormones are the same hormones in pregnancy. Yeah. So they'll not affect the baby in any way. And if one is on a coil, usually presence of the coil increases the rate of miscarriage.
Increases.
Yes, and for this reason, we normally recommend to remove the coil. Yeah. So they should see a gynecologist for advice and removal of the coil. Yeah. Yeah, but otherwise, most of the time, the pregnancy just progress well. Yes.
All right. And if, for example, someone is concerned that because a woman would be asking out there, so why should I be on a birth control? Because that's usually one of the reasons why most women are running away from birth control methods, because they're scared. So why should I be on a birth control when I'm not 100% guaranteed of its success? Yeah.
Yeah, so contraceptive methods are very effective. Yeah. the success rate is more than 99%.
Yeah.
In fact, when you look at the failure rate, we are talking about 0 point something, 0.1%.
Yeah.
So it's really rare to have a failure. Yeah. So most of the time they'll work well as expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think women should not be afraid to use the methods.
Yeah. Maybe you, as a gynecologist, have you maybe encountered instances where a woman has walked in, and because most of the time when you get pregnant and you're on a birth control, it's something that you didn't expect, and so maybe someone walks in, they're not feeling well, they're on a birth control, and then they're pregnant. Have you encountered that, and what was your reaction?
Yes, I've encountered women who have conceived while using a method. Yeah. Of course, after probing in, we find it's usually sometimes possible to find out the reason. Yeah. But there are also cases where you find it's actually the method, it's a method failure. It's a failure, it's arising from the method itself. And this case
is it how it was, if for example, if it's a coil IUD, is it how it was inserted, or just the method itself? Yeah,
the method, there's a failure associated with the method itself. And of course, this has been shown. And the percentages I'm quoting of less than 1%, it comes from large studies done, women followed for a long time. Yeah, so there are those failures related to the method itself. And we always counsel women anytime we are using a contraceptive method that it can fail. But as I said, it's rare. Yeah, they are more effective. We are able to prevent over 99 point something percent of the pregnancies using the modern methods. So I've come across women who have conceived with this. Of course, it's usually shocking, but after reassurance, I think most of the time they actually accept and move on.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Because you're doing this, you don't want another baby, so I'm sure there has to be, because now if a woman walks in and they're pregnant, and the reason why they were on a birth control was to prevent the pregnancy, so do you take them through a counseling session or to accept the pregnancy, or what? Now what's next?
If a woman conceives with a method, yes, we do a lot of counseling just to ensure there's acceptance of the pregnancy. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Yeah, and it's usually easier when there was already counseling beforehand. They are already informed that it's possible for a method to fail. Yeah. So it becomes much easier for us. Yeah. Yes, so we have to take them through counseling so that they can accept. Yeah. Yes, and continue with antenatal care. Yes. Yeah.
But is there anything now on the part of a woman that I can do as a woman to improve the effectiveness of the birth control?
The things one can do is just to ensure that they are using the method as it's supposed to be. Yeah. Yeah. Consistently. Yeah. Yeah, most of the time it works. Yes, yeah.
So some of these modern methods, for example, you have a method where maybe you've been told that this one is going to support you or prevent pregnancy for like 3 years or 5 years, right? So when, for example, so how do you know when it's over 5 years or 3 years, are there chances that you might still not get pregnant, or does it mean that after that particular period, if you don't go for a second or removal and replacement, then you might get pregnant?
Yes, yeah. The methods have a prescribed period. Yeah. So usually once this period is over, the amount, for example, the hormone ones, the amount of hormone in these released every day to prevent ovulation actually reduces significantly. Yeah. And therefore one is at risk. Yeah. Yeah, I would not advise someone to continue using the method when the period for removal is due.
Is due.
Yes.
Okay. And Daktari, again, because women influence other women out here, yeah, and probably as a woman have seen a failure rate, and I've seen like someone use a contraception and they conceive, and I've never been on any method, right? So what is your message to these women that are saying that even if I use a contraception method, I can still conceive anyway. So what's your message to them?
My message to women who think that if they use a method, the method will fail is that this is not the correct position. Yeah, most of the time the methods are effective. They are over 99% effective, the modern methods we have. So they provide a very fair, good protection against pregnancy, and it's worthy actually using. Yes. Otherwise, if one does not use contraception, they are likely to get unplanned pregnancy, and sometimes this also has a lot of issues. Yes.
And did you say there are, do I call them external factors, apart from now the method itself? Are there any external factors? Because, for example, when you talk about menses, which is part of a woman's experience, factors like stress, like diet, affect a woman's menstrual cycle, right? So for the failure rate, would you say that there are environmental or external factors that could again contribute to that?
Sometimes you can have external factors which may contribute to the failure. Some of these factors may include things like, for example, obesity. Yeah. So you may find probably the amount of, for example, women who are using the hormonal methods. Yeah. When you look at the weight, the amount of drug being released in comparison to the body weight, you find this may be a bit low, and this may predispose one to maybe a method failure. Of course, there are other problems like, for example, if one is using a coil and they develop gynecological problems like fibroids, again, this can actually displace the coil, and it may also result to a failure. So these are some of the factors I can think about which can influence the effectiveness of methods. And even some drugs, we know some drugs can reduce the effectiveness if a woman is on certain drugs. For certain conditions. But this one's the doctor should be able to advise.
Yes. Because I was even drawn to asking you about women who have these chronic illnesses like cancer, and they are going through all this chemotherapy and other intense treatment. Does it affect the effectiveness of the method?
Women on treatment for cancer, there is most of the time their fertility may decline because of the treatment, because of chemotherapy, and also some women may require radiotherapy. But having said that, they are still at risk of getting pregnant, and therefore they should be on a method. Yes. So the gynecologist is able to advise which method one can use if they have certain conditions.
All right. All right, Doc. Thank you so much for that. I've learned a lot from this episode. And so if you are scared of you might get pregnant, either way, the expert here says that the failure rate is really, really low. So please just get yourself protected from unwanted or unplanned pregnancy, and be on one of these methods. Dr. Stephen Mutiso, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate. And if this episode helped you or someone, please remember to like, comment, and share, and subscribe. I'll see you again next week, same place, same time, with another episode where we empower women with real issues and real solutions to their problems. I am Purity Musianzuki. Bye-bye for now.